So do you also use IndiaMART for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for gym service. So with here I'm running a gym and we use IndiaMART to get more leads and inquiries for our gym. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from IndiaMART, automatically that same lead details should be added into my Google Sheets. That too without any manual efforts, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. Today I'll show you how to seamlessly connect your IndiaMART with your Google Sheets to automatically log all your leads or inquiries. So if you manage a gym service, having all your inquiry organized in a single spreadsheet helps you to track potential clients and manage follow-ups effectively. This integration eliminates manual data entry by updating your Google Sheets in real time whenever a new lead comes in from IndiaMART. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that my name is Test Lead, and over here I'm just going to enter my requirement details and submit a dummy inquiry. So as you can see that I've entered all of my requirement details, and now I'm just going to click on this submit. So now what has happened is that the details of this one who has submitted this inquiry has been added into my spreadsheet. So I'm just going to open my spreadsheet, and yes, you can see the details have been added. You can see the same query message which we entered. You can see the address which we entered, the phone number and the name, right? So yes, this is the automation we are going to create in today's video, where we'll add the lead details of IndiaMART to spreadsheet in real time. All right. So if you also want to create this automation for your business, then you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we are going to click on the sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Google Sheets, right? So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the folder and the workflow name. So over here I'm going to select my folder as automations. Over here on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I've created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. We are going to enter the workflow name as how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for gym service. IndiaMART to Google Sheets. And then we are just going to click on this create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. All right. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions are response towards the same commands given by our trigger. All right. So that's why we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And today what I want is I want to add my IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets. So for that, for the trigger application, I'm just going to select it as IndiaMART. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMART right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new lead is captured, my workflow should be triggered or started. So we are just going to select the same as our trigger event. And as soon as we are going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So here we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is, first I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we have to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMART account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab, go to import export leads from the three dots, and then click on I am leads push API. Alright, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the lead manager, and after coming over here towards the lead manager we have to go towards the three dots which says menu, import export leads, and then push API. Alright, and now it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So as you can see that in the help text it stated that choose other in the select source option and enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. So for the source, I'm just going to select it as other, and now for the CRM platform name, we are going to keep it as Pabbly Connect. And now it is asking me for the webhook listener URL. So here for the webhook listener URL, we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, which was a webhook URL, alright. So we have to paste it right over here, and then we have to click on this save details. And as soon as we're going to click on the save details, it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application? So here I'm just going to select my reason as this. You can select any another reason of your choice, and then we have to click on this click to generate OTP button, alright. Now it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. So I'm just going to enter the OTP right over here, and then we are just going to click on this submit. And as soon as we're going to click on this submit, yes, you can see integration live. So with this, we have successfully connected our IndiaMART account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record, alright. So what we have to do is, I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account once again, and over here you're going to get the button of test your webhook listener URL. So we have to click on this test your webhook listener URL, and then once again we have to click on this green button which says test, alright. And now it has given me a curl request header, and as soon as we are going to receive this curl request header, this means that we have successfully did our test submission. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account, and over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of our test submission. You can see the status, you can see the unique query ID, the sender state, the pin code, the phone number, or you can see the mobile number and the name too, alright. So but you can notice that the subject doesn't aligns with our services. Our service is gym service, and the subject is saying requirement for empty mineral water bottle. So what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMART account, so I receive the default details every time I do a test submission. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the response related to your service or the product only, alright. So you don't have to worry. As you can see that now after receiving this response, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow and capture the response for the same. So further what I want is, I want to add these IndiaMART lead details into my Google Sheets. So for my action application, we are just going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event, we have to select it as add new row and click on this connect. And as soon as we're going to click on this connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And as soon as we're going to click on this blue button, Pabbly is going to ask me to select my Gmail account. And after selecting my Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So let's say that I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And as soon as we're going to click on this allow, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So here for the spreadsheet, I want to create this automation for this spreadsheet, which is new leads and inquiries. So we're just going to select the same, which is new leads and inquiries. All right. And as soon as we're going to select the spreadsheet, it is asking me to select the sheet. Okay. So for the sheet, I'm just going to keep it as sheet 1 only because you can see that I have the same sheet name right over here too. All right. We're going to move forward. Now it is asking for the name, phone, address, and the query message. And you may notice that these are the same details which we have entered right over here in the spreadsheet columns. So we are just going to enter these details one by one so that we can add that same details into our spreadsheet too. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to enter the details, but we are not going to enter it manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the name, right? So let's say that I'm just going to enter the name right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. All right, I'm just going to erase this and look for the sender's name in the previous response. So we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. All right, so now after mapping this name, we have to map the rest of the details too. So I'm just going to look for phone in the previous response, and as you can see the same, so we're going to map it. Same we are going to do with the address too. All right, I'm just going to look for address in the previous response right over here, and as you can see the address, so we're going to map it. Over here we are going to map the query message too. As you can see the and over here, as you can see the message, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we just have to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added the details into our Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets and check for the details added. And yes, you can see the details have been added. You can see the name, the phone, the address, and the query message added right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMART account, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow, capture the response for the same, and add the same lead details into our Google Sheets, that too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend and we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on the save and send test request. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.